If you thought 11 was strong before, Season 5 is about to make everything we've seen look like child's play. Because this time, she's not throwing vans with fear. She's not pushing monsters with panic. She's not screaming her power out of trauma. She's training. Focused, calculated, dangerous. And the moment she steps onto that battlefield in Season 5, Hawkins isn't going to be fighting Vecna. Vecna is going to be fighting her. The new training clip Netflix dropped may look small on the surface, but the implications are massive. People saw 11 standing in a controlled testing environment, breathing, focusing, timing herself. But if you really pay attention to the way she's moving, the energy she's channeling, the tension in her body, you realize she's not practicing the powers we already know. She's practicing the version of them she has never shown before. This isn't 11 experimenting. This isn't 11 lashing out. This isn't even 11 defending herself. This is 11 evolving. And to understand how powerful she's becoming, you have to understand where she started. In the early seasons, her power came mostly from emotion, fear, anger, desperation. Something triggered her, and the world reacted around her. It was raw, unstable, beautiful, and terrifying. But now, she's stepping into a stage where emotion isn't controlling the power. She is. And the timing of this transformation couldn't be more critical. Hawkins isn't just haunted anymore. It's broken. The rifts are wide open. The Upside Down is merging with the real world. The vines, the mist, the red lightning. It's not creeping in slowly anymore. It's pouring in. Vecna survived. He's evolving in the shadows. And the government wants 11 under their thumb again. So what does 11 do? She trains. Not because someone forced her, not because she lost control. She trains because she chooses to. And that's when you know a character is about to level up in a way we've never seen. That training montage is more than a teaser. It's a promise, a warning, a shift. When 11 steps into that room and takes her position, everything changes. Her stance is different. Her breathing is controlled. Her focus is laser sharp. Hopper and Joyce are watching not as guardians, but as witnesses to a transformation they can't stop. Season 5 is giving us something we've never truly seen from her: discipline. And that discipline is opening the door to her biggest upgrades yet. The first major evolution? Control and stamina. We all remember the old pattern. 11 uses her powers, things explode, lights flicker, blood drips, she collapses. Her powers were always tied to exhaustion, a cost she couldn't escape. Every second she held a door shut, every push of telekinetic force, it drained her like a battery. But now, training means she's learning to extend that battery life. She's learning to control output, to push without crashing, to fight without falling. Imagine her stepping into a real battle, but this time, instead of throwing one big attack and collapsing, she keeps going, and going, and going. Imagine a version of 11 who doesn't tire the moment she taps into her strength, who can stand toe-to-toe with Vecna and not run out of energy halfway through. That alone elevates her power to a level she's never touched before. But the second evolution? This is where things get spicy. 11 isn't just becoming more powerful, she's unlocking new forms of power. The creators confirmed it. 11 now uses her telekinesis to propel herself, almost like a psychic jump. Not exactly flying, but something close enough to change the rules of how she fights. Picture this: Vecna launches an attack. Instead of standing still, 11 launches herself sideways, hovers for a moment, lands behind him, and hits him with a telekinetic shockwave from the back. This isn't Kid 11 anymore. This is Tactical 11, Battle-Trained 11. Movement plus power is a lethal combination. And if she's learning that technique, imagine what else she might explore. Throwing herself upward to reach a portal, dodging debris mid-air, closing gaps instantly, using momentum as a weapon, aerial attacks. This changes her entire fighting style. But the biggest upgrade, the one that will matter more than any punch, push, or telekinetic slam, is mental fortitude. Vecna doesn't just fight physically, he invades, he manipulates, he drags you into memories you don't want to see. He twists your trauma until it breaks you. Season 4 proved that 11 has cracks in her foundation. Memories of the lab, Papa, the experiments, 001, losing people she loved, the guilt, the fear, the loneliness. Vecna knows all of that, and he uses it. Season 5 may give us the first time 11 doesn't get dragged into Vecna's mind against her will, but actually blocks him, or steps into his mind instead. Imagine that reversal. Vecna reaching out, and 11 pulling him in, forcing him into her space, her rules, her battlefield. That would be one of the most iconic payoffs the series could deliver. Now here's the golden question. How powerful will 11 be by the end of Season 5? Let's be clear, she will absolutely be the strongest she has ever been. That's not even up for debate. The combination of stamina, new abilities, mental control, and emotional maturity puts her on a level far beyond anything we've seen in previous seasons. But don't expect her to become an unstoppable god. The Duffers don't write that way. Every time 11 levels up, the Upside Down levels up too. Vecna evolves. The world tears open wider. The danger rises. So while 11 will be stronger, the enemy will be more terrifying than ever. It keeps the balance alive. It keeps the story tense. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. And let's talk emotionally, because that's the real heart of her arc. Season 1, 11 never chose to fight. Season 2, 11 fought because she didn't want to lose her new home. Season 3, she fought because the enemy came for her. Season 4, she fought because she had no other choice. But Season 5? This time she is fighting because she needs to. Because she refuses to let Vecna win. Because she wants to protect the people she loves. Mike, Hopper, Will, the entire group. Because for the first time in her life, she is stepping into her power intentionally. That changes everything. Training is not just physical preparation, it's emotional evolution. It's 11 rewriting her identity. She's no longer the lab experiment, no longer the scared girl. She is becoming her own person, her own protector. Season 5 is her metamorphosis. So imagine the final battle. The sky over Hawkins is red. Lightning cuts through the air. The ground cracks open. The vines crawl over the streets. The military is fighting a losing war. Kids are running. Sirens are blaring. Everything is chaos. And then, through the smoke, 11 walks forward. Focused, calm, ready. She lifts her hand, but there's no strain anymore. No panic, no fear. Just power. Controlled, refined, evolved. Vecna steps out of the shadows, more monstrous than before, confident he still knows her mind. But he doesn't. He doesn't understand the version of 11 standing in front of him now. She isn't broken. She isn't scared. She's trained. She's prepared. Maybe she'll use that telekinetic leap. Maybe she'll redirect an explosion mid-air. Or maybe the final blow will be something we've never seen before. Something her training unlocked that the show is saving for the very end. But one thing is certain. Vecna has no idea what kind of storm is coming for him. Because 11's training isn't just about beating Vecna. It's about completing her journey, becoming the protector of Hawkins, becoming the only force powerful enough to stand between the real world and the Upside Down. And when the fight finally happens, the Upside Down will learn something it hasn't learned yet. You don't mess with the girl who finally knows her own power.